recognizing the accomplishments of women.
Located on Florida's Space Coast in Cape Canaveral, Sidus's hardware and satellites help companies get to space faster and cheaper. Raised by her adopted parents in rural Illinois, Carol had an early love of math and science and a unique drive to succeed.
I don't know if it's because it was always in the back of my mind that I was adopted and where's my family. My parents were amazing, but I think it was just kind of that little piece of something, maybe a little bit insecure, but it also made me really competitive of I wanted to do good and amazing things.
Before setting her sights on space, Carol joined the military, where she met her husband, John, a real-life Top Gun fighter pilot.
Would he give Tom Cruise a run for his money?
He'd totally give Tom Cruise a run for his money.
And despite her fear of flying, Carol became one of the first women in the U.S. Navy authorized to fly combat aircraft.
By the time I went through aviation officer candidate school, they had passed the laws that women could fly combat.
At the time, never realizing she was blazing a path for other women.
I think it's been like that throughout my entire life and career, not really recognizing that I'm, the first of many. There was no other choice. I was just going to do it and I was going to succeed.
Years later, as Carol was starting her business, she gave birth to her son, Danny, who faced a difficult prognosis.
They told us that a third of his brain was missing and they weren't really sure when he was going to live.
But it turns out the doctors were wrong. Despite pushback from the medical staff, Carol demanded more testing, and Danny was ultimately diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that can cause obesity, stunted growth, and learning disabilities.
And it changed my whole mindset and my outlook on life. I would never take no for an answer. I would not believe everything that I'm told, and I would continue to find the answers no matter what the barriers were put in front of me.
Her next uphill battle, getting her space engineering company off the ground.
I definitely did not have people wanting to invest in me. I maxed out 8 credit cards in the beginning. I actually leveraged my husband's nest egg.
And then, more than a decade later, Carol made history when Sidus became the first female-founded space company to go public. A feat that goes well beyond the space industry. Since 2013, over 2,000 companies have gone public in the U.S. Only 25 of them had a female founder and CEO.
We have to do 10 times as much as our male counterparts. There's not that many women out there at this level and in this industry.
Wanting to change that, Carol brings her can-do attitude to mentoring young girls and fellow female entrepreneurs, including her 20-year-old daughter, Jillian, who's on a full Army ROTC scholarship.
I realized that I need to share my story and empower women to be able to do the same thing that I did, especially my daughter.
Having my mom as a role model means a lot to me, especially because it showed me that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Just because the world may say, because you're a girl, you can't do it, doesn't mean that I can't be successful or get it done.
There's a reason I'm doing this. All these sleepless nights and all my stresses, because I can inspire young ladies like this.
Helping them reach for the stars and beyond. Alexis Christophorus for GMA3.